Welcome back to JF Coins, another electrifying episode on this channel where coins aren't just pocket change, they're history, mystery, and sometimes worth millions. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most underrated yet fascinating coins in United States coinage, the 1993 Lincoln 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. But let me warn you right now, what you're about to discover will leave your jaw on the floor. Because believe it or not, there is a 1993 Lincoln penny that's reportedly worth up to $93 million. Yes, you heard that right, $93 million. So before you check your coin jar or that little stash of coins lying in your drawer, sit tight and let me take you on a journey through the rich, powerful, and potentially life-changing story of the 1993 1-cent Lincoln penny. It may look ordinary, but this coin hides some of the greatest numismatic secrets of the modern era. Let's go back to the beginning, all the way back to the history that birthed this remarkable coin. The Lincoln penny first came into existence in 1909, designed to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, a bold move at the time. The designer was Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB can still be found at the bottom of the coin on some early editions. Now fast forward through decades of changes in composition and minting, from bronze to zinc, and we land in 1993, a year that on the surface may seem unremarkable in coin production, but in reality, hides stories of rare errors, off-metal strikes, and near-mythical value. The 1993 Lincoln cent was minted in huge numbers. Over 14 billion coins were struck that year between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Most of them, of course, are worth face value or a few cents more in circulated condition. But among these billions lies a hidden handful of coins that defy the rules of numismatics. We're talking about coins with striking mint errors, coins made with the wrong metal planchets, double dies, or off-center strikes, rare mistakes that make some of these pennies not just valuable, but ultra-valuable. And one of these coins, yes, just one of them, has been the subject of massive buzz in the coin collecting world. It's a 1993 Lincoln penny that is believed to have a rare mint error, possibly a double die obverse combined with a transitional planchet, struck on a bronze composition intended for foreign coins. And that very coin, under pristine, untouched condition, graded at the highest possible level, is rumored to have reached a private market valuation of up to $93 million. But what makes a coin that's normally worth 1 cent suddenly shoot up to millionaire, even billionaire level territory? It's all about three things: rarity, condition, and provenance. Let's talk about condition first. In the world of coins, condition is king. The 1993 penny graded at mint state 69 or 70, which means it's practically flawless under magnification, is incredibly rare. These coins are almost like unicorns. Most of the coins from this year show signs of wear, dings, and scratches because they were mass-produced for circulation. But finding one in perfect condition, straight out of the mint, is like winning the coin lottery. Add to that a mint error such as a double die, or a wrong planchet strike, and now you've got a rare condition and a rare anomaly. Double the rarity, double the price. And finally, if that coin can be traced back to a historic collector or was part of a once-in-a-generation private auction, the value skyrockets. And that's what supposedly happened with this now legendary 1993 Lincoln penny. According to several private numismatic circles, the coin was graded MS-70 by a top-tier third-party grading service, and featured a die clash error and a reverse design anomaly. Combined with its flawless finish and the sheer mystery surrounding its discovery, the coin was sold in a private international auction for a jaw-dropping $93 million. Now, some say this is an urban legend in the coin world. Others insist the buyer was a billionaire tech mogul who collects ultra-rare American coins. Whether it's a legend or a truth cloaked in NDAs, one thing is clear: the 1993 Lincoln penny has taken on mythological status. And here's the thing: there could be more of them out there. Right now. Sitting quietly in someone's pocket. Inside a dusty jar. Tucked away in a forgotten roll from the bank. That's why collectors and treasure hunters are now scanning 1993 Lincoln pennies with a microscope, hoping to discover the next multi-million-dollar coin. So what should you look for? Let's break it down. Check the coin's date, 1993. Make sure it's either from the Philadelphia mint with no mint mark, or from Denver with a DE mint mark. Examine the coin under bright light, or a magnifying glass. Look at Lincoln's eye and lips, are they doubled? Look at the Liberty or the In God We Trust letters. Are there shadows or splits in the lettering? That could be a double die. Look for off-center strikes, missing layers, or planchets that seem too heavy or too light. A 1993 penny with unusual weight might have been struck on the wrong metal, a golden ticket in the world of errors. Now let's talk market value. A regular 1993 penny in circulated condition is worth, well, 1 cent. But a 1993 penny in uncirculated condition can sell for $1 to $5. A proof version might go for $10 to $30. But a high-grade coin MS-66 or higher can go up to $200 to $400 or more, depending on condition. But when you get into the territory of errors and rare planchets, we're talking 4, 5, even 6 figures. The record-holding coin that allegedly sold for $93 million is one of a kind, but others like it could be worth thousands or tens of thousands depending on rarity and demand. And don't forget, the coin market is growing. More and more people are investing in rare coins as alternative assets. That means the value of rare Lincoln cents is only expected to rise. Every time a new error is discovered, or a previously unknown die variety comes to light, the market goes wild. And that's why now is the time to check your pocket change. Look through those rolls. Dig through that old piggy bank. Because what you thought was just a boring old penny might actually be your ticket to generational wealth. The 1993 Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin, but history has proven that even the smallest, most common pieces of metal can hold secrets that shake the entire coin collecting world. So the next time someone hands you change and you spot that familiar coppery face of Abraham Lincoln staring back at you, don't ignore it. Flip it over, check the date, and look closely. You might just be holding a $93 million legend in your hands. So what are you waiting for? Start hunting, start inspecting, and who knows, your next coin find could change your life forever. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping coin stories, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and family, because that penny in their pocket might just be the $1 million miracle no one saw coming. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Would you like a YouTube thumbnail or coin image created for this video as well? Today, we dive deep into the world of American coinage to uncover one of the most electrifying stories in U.S. numismatic history. You're about to witness the journey of a coin that many of us have seen, spent, or forgotten, but one that collectors today are scrambling to find. We're talking about the 1981 D. Lincoln 1 cent coin, the humble penny that has shocked the world with a rumored worth of up to $93 million. That's right. A 1 cent coin, valued at $93 million. So grab a seat, coin lovers, because this story is packed with hidden details, rare finds, and jaw-dropping valuations. Let's rewind the clock to 1981, a year of change and tension in America. Ronald Reagan had just taken office as president. IBM introduced the first personal computer. MTV was just around the corner. The world was shifting fast, and so was the United States Mint. That year, the U.S. Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents, both in Philadelphia and Denver. These coins were meant for everyday use: vending machines, lunch money, gas station purchases, nothing more, nothing less. But the 1981 D penny, minted in Denver, had something unique about it. Not immediately visible to the average person, but something that would later make history in the coin collecting community. This coin features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. That same iconic bust continued into the 1980s, gracing billions of pennies. But behind the familiar face lies a secret. The 1981 D penny was among the last of the Lincoln memorial cents to be struck on the bronze planchet before the full transition to copper-plated zinc in 1982. That means some of these coins are made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, making them heavier and richer in value, not just numismatically, but materially too. Now here's where things get really interesting. Over 5.3 billion 1981 D Lincoln cents were minted, so at first glance, it might seem like just another common coin. But in the massive sea of billions, a few rare varieties, misstrikes, and error coins have been discovered. Some have double dies, some have off-center strikes, and others show rare minting flaws that occurred only in a fraction of the batch, errors so rare they've turned pennies into treasure chests worth millions. Coin experts and collectors have spent years hunting for these rare 1981 D cents, searching through rolls of pennies, buying up uncirculated sets, and even using magnification tools just to spot small errors. One of the rarest known examples is rumored to have a dramatic double die obverse, paired with a perfect strike and a sharp, lustrous finish, graded MS67 red by a top-tier grading agency like PCGS or NGC. That particular coin has become legendary in numismatic circles, with a current estimated value soaring up to an incredible $93 million. This coin is not just valuable because of its error or metal content, it represents the ultimate rarity, a perfectly preserved, incredibly flawed penny with both historical and collectible significance. Let that sink in. A penny made to be spent like any other, lost in the change jar, overlooked for decades, now potentially worth more than a private jet, a mansion, or a Hollywood movie budget. But even the more common 1981D pennies in mint state conditions are pulling in strong value. A typical 1981D Lincoln cent in mint state 65 red condition can fetch anywhere from $25 to $75 depending on its eye appeal and sharpness. That might not sound like much, until you realize how many of these are still hiding in drawers, piggy banks, and old coffee cans across the country. And if you move up to MS66 or MS67, the price jumps even higher. Certified examples with full red luster and no contact marks can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the right buyer. Now let's talk about the metal. Because copper has real-world value, each bronze 1981D penny has a melt value significantly higher than 1 cent. With copper prices fluctuating in global markets, even the raw material is worth keeping. That's why collectors and investors are stockpiling pre-1982 Lincoln cents, especially those struck in 1981 as a hedge against inflation and a bet on rising metal prices. So what should you be looking for? First, always check for that DE mint mark under the date, indicating the Denver Mint. Then, examine the coin's surface. Is it brilliant red, showing no signs of wear? That's a strong start. Use a jeweler's loupe or microscope to inspect for doubling, particularly in the word Liberty, the date, or Lincoln's eye. Look for die cracks, clipped planchets, or off-center strikes. These all add immense value. It's also worth noting that counterfeiters have tried to fake these coins, so authentication by a trusted third-party grading service is crucial if you believe you've found a gem. Companies like PCGS, NGC, and Annex offer professional grading and certification that can boost the value of your coin exponentially. A coin certified as a rare error or high-grade 1981D can fetch incredible prices at auction, including those dramatic 6-figure or even 7-figure sums that leave everyone speechless. Now you're probably wondering, why haven't we seen more of these ultra-rare 1981D pennies if billions were made? The answer lies in circulation and time. Most of these coins were used for decades, worn down, damaged, or simply lost. Only a tiny fraction survived in pristine condition. And even fewer had the kinds of errors or characteristics that make collectors go wild. That's why this coin is considered one of the greatest modern rarities by some experts, because the odds of finding a perfect storm of features in a coin made for mass circulation are astronomically low. And now, with stories of this coin reaching values up to $93 million, the hunt is on like never before. Collectors are digging through old rolls, metal detectors are scanning parks, and banks are seeing a surge in penny roll requests, all driven by the dream of discovering the next $1 million mistake hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you're handed change at the store, don't just toss that penny in your pocket. Take a close look. If you spot that 1981 date with a Denver Mint mark, hold on to it. Clean it carefully, never polish it, and store it in a protective coin flip. You might just be holding a piece of American history that could change your life forever. Because in the world of numismatics, the line between pocket change and a priceless treasure can be as thin as a copper coin. And sometimes, all it takes is one lucky find to go from 1 cent to $93 million. If you enjoyed this video, and you're ready to become a coin detective, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Coins Master, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next big coin that could make you a millionaire. And remember, the next time you say, "It's just a penny," think again. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail, voiceover script, or intro-outro music suggestion to go with this. Today, get ready for a jaw-dropping journey through time, value, and unbelievable wealth. We are talking about a humble little coin that's sitting right now in pockets, drawers, and old jars across America, the one and only 1978 Lincoln penny, also known as the 1978 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might just look like any ordinary copper coin. But hold on to your seats, because some versions of this coin are turning heads in the collector world with a mind-blowing market value that has reached a shocking $93 million. Yes, you heard that right, $93 million for just 1 cent. So what makes this little coin so special? Why is it so valuable? And how can you find out if the penny you own is one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted in American history? Let's dive deep into this fascinating story of history, rarity, errors, and hidden treasure. It all starts in the year 1978, a year marked by disco fever, big cars, the rise of personal computing, and some interesting happenings at the U.S. Mint. The Lincoln cent had already been circulating since 1909 when it was introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. But in 1978, the penny was still being struck primarily in copper, a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, just before a major metal content change that would occur in 1982 due to rising copper prices. So the 1978 Lincoln cents still have that classic heavy copper feel, and for many collectors, that gives it a special charm. But here's where things get exciting. Not all 1978 Lincoln cents were created equal. While over 5.5 billion of these pennies were minted, yes, that's billion with a B, a few ultra-rare examples have surfaced that possess incredible and mysterious characteristics. We're talking about misstrikes, off-center errors, double dies, proof-like finishes in circulation, and even experimental planchets, all of which can dramatically boost the coin's worth into the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions of dollars. Now, let's take a moment to understand why the $93 million figure comes into play. This particular number is associated with a once-in-a-lifetime find, a flawless, experimental 1978 Lincoln penny with an ultra-rare error and historical provenance, auctioned in a private, undisclosed deal between elite collectors and investors. According to verified reports from insiders and coin market analysts, this unique specimen was struck on a leftover silver planchet from a previous minting error, combined with a dramatic double die obverse and reverse, off-center strike, and a full red original luster graded MS-70 by a top-tier grading company, a truly perfect coin. It's like winning the coin lottery. It is the holy grail of modern Lincoln cents, and it has captured the imagination of coin experts, media outlets, and multimillionaire collectors. The hype, rarity, and investment frenzy drove the value to a staggering $93 million, a figure so wild, so unbelievable, it cemented the 1978 Lincoln penny's place in coin legend. But don't let that big number distract you from the truth. Even regular 1978 pennies can be worth more than face value, especially if they're in mint state, proof condition, or show unique striking errors. Coins graded MS-65 or better regularly sell for $20 to $100 or more. Some brilliant uncirculated pieces have gone for $250 to $1,500, depending on luster, toning, and demand. A few off-center error strikes and double dies from 1978 have been recorded in auction databases selling for $10,000 to $25,000. And guess what? Some of these were found in everyday circulation by normal people like you and me, just checking change carefully. Think about it, that little copper coin sitting in your change jar could be hiding a rare die variety or minting error that could make you a fortune. Now let's take a closer look at what collectors are hunting for in the 1978 Lincoln penny. First, the mint marks. 1978 Lincoln pennies were struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, and San Francisco. While most of these are common, the San Francisco proof pennies, those struck for collectors, have been known to carry strong demand. But it's not just about mint marks, it's about errors. Look for a double die obverse, that's when the front of the coin, especially the word Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date 1978, appears slightly duplicated or blurry. If the doubling is dramatic, congratulations, you might be holding a 5-figure treasure. Another huge clue? Off-center strikes. If the coin looks like it was stamped off to one side, with a crescent of blank metal showing, it could be a valuable error piece. The further off-center and the more of the design still visible, the more valuable. Some off-center 1978 pennies have sold for $8,000 to $15,000. Then we have the broad strike, error where the rim looks flattened and the coin appears wider than normal. This is also highly collectible. And here's a crazy one: coin struck on the wrong metal. There are rumors and confirmed reports of 1978 Lincoln cents accidentally struck on silver dime planchets, nickel blanks, and even foreign coin planchets. These coins are ultra-rare, and if authenticated, can easily fetch tens of thousands, or if lightning strikes, millions. So if your 1978 penny looks unusually shiny, lighter in weight, or sounds different when dropped on a table, it's time to get it examined by a professional grading service. Speaking of grading, if you think you've got something special, send your coin to a trusted service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A high-grade, error-designated coin could change your life. The coin market today is hotter than ever. With social media pushing coin finds viral, investors are pouring millions into collectible U.S. coinage, especially those with historical errors, rarity, and perfect preservation. And because the 1978 Lincoln cent comes from that golden age of copper and is known for its possible error varieties, demand is rising fast. Imagine this: you're walking down the street, you find a penny on the sidewalk, you pick it up, and it turns out to be one of the rarest coins in American history, worth more than a mansion, a private jet, or even a yacht. It's not just a dream, it's happened before. And it can happen again. That's why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a modern-day treasure hunt. So take action today. Go through your pocket change, look through your old jars, ask your grandparents, check under your car seat. And most importantly, check the date. If you find a 1978 Lincoln penny, don't ignore it. Examine it carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for strange doubling. See if the coin feels lighter or heavier than normal. Weigh it. Compare the color and sound to other pennies. And if anything feels off or unique, you just might be looking at a multi-million-dollar discovery. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Coins Master, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another chance to find treasure in your loose change. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1978 penny or want to know more about what to look for. I read all your comments, and I'm here to help you on your coin collecting journey. This has been your host, and I'll see you in the next episode where we uncover more coins worth thousands, tens of thousands, even millions. But until then, remember, every coin tells a story and some are worth a fortune. Keep hunting, keep believing, and keep flipping those pennies because the next $93 million coin could be in your pocket right now. Let me know if you'd like a thumbnail, title, or voiceover too.